Hey everybody, welcome to another Sunday night roundtable. Here we are with I'm with Rick. Is your six covered? And Blue 823 and the Crazy Scotsman may come in, and there's some other invites out there that may jump in a little bit later. And if they do, we'll welcome them in and let them do a intro and keep the ball rolling. I have no subject matter, just as normal, just as my normal now. The way my chats are the past couple of years, there is no format. We're just running our mouth, but we usually hit some pretty good topics. And here we are again, another Sunday night. Got people jumping in. I'm going to let the guys here do an intro, and I'm going to start with the Crazy Scotsman. He's somebody kind of new to my chats. You may have seen him on the other chats, and go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm Crazy Scotsman. Thankfully, I'm back in Ohio. I just got back from a trip to Georgia. Hotter than hell down there, so very glad to be back where it's a little cooler, not as humid. Gun guy. Recently reloading. Got lots of reloading stuff coming up. That's about it, really.
Cool. Thanks for coming on, man. And as I see it, I will go with is your six covered?
Thanks again, TR, for the invite, as always. Nice seeing you guys on the panel as well. Thanks for supporting TR out there in the external. Make sure you give them a thumbs up. Get some more people to show up as well. But thanks again. Appreciate it. Been doing a lot of actually just finished building a 7-foot tall fish trap, and we're going to try it out tomorrow. All hand done with nothing but fiber from trees, and we'll see if we catch anything. So other than that, that's about it. Check out the newest videos.
Yeah, I seen your video. I just hadn't had. I worked today, so I hadn't had time to watch it. Coda Boy 32, what's up, man?
Recovering. It was a long night last night, so I'm probably going to be a little on the low-key side on this chat, but I'm here to support you, my brother, and listen in and have some fun. If I got anything of value to add, I'll jump in
there. All right, that's fine. Just chime in when you feel like it. That's cool. And Blue 823, my longtime standard guest.
I'm like the Sunday night whore. Everybody uses me. But anyway, thanks for the invite. Good to see everybody out in the chat room. And it's filled up from 5 to 23 in a matter of the intros. So I'm sure it's going to continue to grow. I've got, fortunately, this weekend, I got a chance to pretty much unplug from the everyday to day life BS. I mean, I was able to jump on my phone every now and again to, check into some stuff, but I've got really zero topics. So we're going to have to probably depend on the chat room and everybody else to give us some ideas, because it was nice being unplugged. I was in a cabin in the middle of the woods all freaking weekend. That part was nice. The part that sucked is being in a cabin in the middle of the woods whenever it's 85 degrees with like 100% humidity. That blew. But other than that, it was a good time. But let's get rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Congrats, Coda Boy 32, for 15,000 subscribers plus. I cannot believe you bamboozled 15,000 people. And no, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It's been a long, hard road, but it's been a distinguished road. I've made a lot of really, really good, excellent friends. And a couple of people I could dispose of, but that's about it.
Dude, that's pretty awesome, man. You look rough. I'm just gonna say it. You look rough.
Oh, God, man. That was, and I'm going to take away from TR's chat, and you know how that was 4 hours and 6 minutes long, and it wasn't going to stop until finally somebody's like, "We got to roll out here, man. We'll be here all night long." But it was fun, and yeah, I'm hurting today, but hopefully here in a few minutes, the pain will be gone. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did I miss? What did you do, like a live chat or something?
Rich.
Rich 4150, dude. We were on from 9:30 to 1:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And it was
like I said, I worked this weekend. I mean, I hadn't been home, but maybe an hour. So I've missed a lot of videos this weekend. So.
Well, tonight I don't have to get up early in the morning. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a couple drinks tonight. But that's why I'm here, man. I love the Sunday night chats because it's more gun related than anything else. But it's always fun, especially the blues on. You know.
He just likes to hear. He just likes to hear the every 10 minutes.
That's it, man. That's it.
Well, it's very educational because you never know. I mean, for years I thought Blue carried a Glock. Turns out he might be carrying a High Point because he don't even know what kind of cell phone he's got. I mean,
that's true. True fact.
Fuck.
I know he does shoot a Glock though. I saw it at the farm.
10 millimeter, right?
Yep.
But was it his though, or was that someone else's? Was that yours?
No, it's his. That's his duty weapon.
Yeah, technically, I don't own it technically, but I carry it everywhere.
He got beat
okay.
with an attorney beat him.
Oh boy, he whooped my ass.
Hey, you know what? Can't win them all, my friend. There's always someone better somewhere.
I didn't hit the goddamn target once though. I could ring that
the living shit out of it, Blue.
That freaking the gong that was the farthest out. I could hit that every time with a pistol. That thing that was 15 fucking feet away from me.
So that's your SBR pistol then.
Oh, that was. I got whooped. I got skunked. I can admit it.
Next time.
Actually, that video because like the fuck, I put the video up of him whooping my ass, and that one actually has quite a few views. But I think it's because it's like I titled it something like "Attorney outshoots cop" or "Attorney does something." And there's a lot of freaking views on that.
It's all about the wording. So what else you gonna add some sweet tea to that prize package there, Coda Boy? It's kind of a 15,000 subs. I think we ought to tune it up a little bit.
I got a couple of little things we're going to be doing this month, man. It's that's why this is a short giveaway. Here's the thing. I love giveaways, but I can't stand those ones like, all right, the VR, and then once we hit 3 million subs, we'll do the giveaway. And I'm like, let's just get it done and over with. So it's 2 weeks on this thing, but we got some really cool stuff that's coming up after that, and we're going to do some charity work pretty soon for our man C-Max, and a big fundraiser for him. So
check it out.
There's a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Check it out. I changed the team logo shirt to "Shoot Cancer in the Face" for old C-Max. That's
awesome. Do me a favor, if you can you just text me the link to that thing, because I'm too stupid to figure out how to do it again, even though I do have the link right here on my computer.
Here's the actual C-Max shirt.
Yeah.
Then in the front, it's got a green one. Shoot him in the face. Or no, shoot cancer in the face.
Yeah. I'm going to get one of those. So, Blue, how's the weather up there in the good old Pennsylvania area?
How's the liver doing?
How's the weather?
Well, I thought you said, how's my liver doing?
He's too busy with his hand in his face, man. He's like right here trying to talk, like he's got a microphone.
I got problems.
It's this weekend. Actually, it sucked ass. It was like mid 80s, 90s, and it was like 100% humidity. It was before we went live. I was talking to TR. It was like whenever we had to go anywhere in the car, you drive around with the AC on for 15 minutes, you jump out and your glasses fog up as soon as you get out of the car. I was like, Jesus Christ. But the liver's doing well.
At least for now.
I actually I went to the range last week, Tuesday. It was 97 degrees, and I was in the sun, and that's when I did that fake shooting. But I sat there. I did 2 different videos, and I decided I'm done with this shit, man. I was soaked all the way. Went back with the intention of going back out on Wednesday, and it was 100 degrees on Wednesday, and I'm just like, nope. We'll figure out something to do inside. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy down when I was down in Georgia. It was 104 on Saturday.
It's freaking hot. It's hot and humid as hell, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I was outside sweating my ass off trying to build that fish trap. Had to bring the fan out.
When we used to have cigar night, we'd sit out on the patio, and I would open up one of the windows of the house and put a box fan so it would blow cold air out on us. That's a wise use of air conditioning, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad idea.
As long as I was the one sitting in front of it, I was cool.
Literally.
I got a interesting story to tell if y'all want to hear it.
Oh yeah.
That happened to me this morning. I almost feel bad now because I was talking to Sonia and she was like, "Well, did you call the parents?" Anyway, I get back out of my driveway to go to work this morning. 7 a.m. Sunday morning. So there's no traffic, blah, blah, blah. Something's laying in the road. Now I'm thinking dog, deer, one of my other neighbors down the road's goats got out and got run over. I don't know what the hell's out there. And it's only a few hundred feet from me, but I just can't tell what the hell it is. And so I drive up to it. It's a human.
Oh.
It's my neighbor's kid. He's like 14, 15 years old. Skateboards over here to the left of me. He's sprawled out across the road. I can't drive by. You know what I mean? So I get out, I turn the hazard lights on, and try to go. I'm thinking because there's a skateboard there, he done wrecked and hit his head or something, So I go up to him, I start talking to him, I'm patting him on the cheek, I'm looking for blood, I'm all this stuff. And it took me like 5 minutes to wake him up. I was almost about to call 911. But in the meantime, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad. I know he could have been drinking, could have been doing some kind of drugs, blah, blah, blah. And it was Saturday night. Well, it was Sunday morning, but last night was Saturday night. Oh. Anyway, so this was like a 5 or 8 minute ordeal, or at least it seemed like it. Even when I got him up, when I got him to finally open his eyes, I done blowed the horn. All right, we'll check it in a second here. Blowed the horn, all this stuff, and I finally get him to open his eyes. And and by this time, I already see he's already pissed all over himself. So there again, he could have hit his head, or he could have just passed out drunk, or whatever, high, whatever. And he finally got up. He still never acknowledged me. He never said a word. And when he was looking at me, it was like he was looking through me. So I don't know if he was just seeing a blurred figure in front of him or what. I don't know, but he finally did turn toward his house and walk into the house. And it was just kind of weird. It just kind of, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I mean, he's lucky it was Sunday morning and somebody didn't go flying down the road and fucking run over his ass. He's literally laying in the damn road, just sprawled out, pissed himself.
Did you follow up on that at all?
Do what now?
Did you follow up with that at all? Did you call his folks or?
No, I didn't, and that's why I said Sonya kind of made me feel bad. She was like, "Did you call their parents and let them know in case he has a concussion or something?" And I was like, "I didn't even think of it," because really, I was just thinking he was fucked up because I know he probably. There's a good chance that he does drugs. I don't know, but I'm just saying. This is what I'm thinking. He could have wrecked his skateboard last night and just been laying there all night. I don't know.
How old is he?
I don't know, 14, 15 maybe.
Yeah. If somebody cracks their head hard enough to where they go unconscious, it's nothing to piss yourself and do all that other stuff.
Like I said, I still kind of wonder if he didn't fall down, but I don't know. But I do know drugs and alcohol are used down there a lot. I mean, I'm drinking right now, so I'm not downing it, and I'm not even downing drugs. I don't care. But I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but I don't know. He could have still fell in his head. And I kind of feel bad now. I like rolled by their house real slow, hoping one of them was outside just a minute ago when I come home. I'm like, because I need to check on them.
You sure you didn't hit them on the way in or way out?
No, but see, and that's the other thing. When I came home last night from work, which I get home right at 9 o'clock, there was a bunch of teenagers out there. So they was having their Saturday night, whatever. That was another thing weighing on my mind. Like, he done party too hard or whatever. And this is kind of, I'm not judging. I hope they don't watch my channel, but I got a feeling, and I'm not judging whatsoever. I got a feeling they would let their kids party as long as they was at home, maybe, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it still kind of freaked me out. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, hopefully see him tomorrow.
Half dead. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard judgment call, especially when you want to help, but you don't want to be the asshole neighbor. You don't want to be the.
Well, that's the thing. I could have went and knocked on the door, woke his dad up, and then his dad would have been pissed off as hell and probably fucking raised, went off on his fucking kid. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have got mad at me, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't have any problems with my neighbor down there, but we're not like best friends. I'll stop talk to him, kind of know him a little bit, but at the same time, shit, fan of to catch the
Finger Lakes Prepper. Actually, I seen that video where those kids were watching that guy drown in the lake. Weren't gonna call 911 and help. They'd rather video and laugh at him. Assholes.
Yeah, from what I heard, they got arrested.
Good. It's your duty to act. Doesn't mean you have to go jump in the lake and save them, but you got to do something.
Last I saw, they weren't facing any charges because wherever they were at, they had zero duty to act.
They should go to asshole jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last one I saw, they got. I think it was last night. Actually, they got arrested and they were facing criminal charges for what the hell did they call it? No, it was like failing to act on something. I forget what they called it now, but they were facing some kind of charge.
They'll find something to charge them with. I mean, don't we have a like lifesavers / law enforcement people on this panel that could help us out with this whole thing?
No, they're in PA. You have no duty. You have zero duty.
Like I said, they should go to asshole jail.
Yeah, and they should have the shit kicked out of them and everything else. But the last thing I'm seeing, and this is just from 3 days, well, one from 3 days ago, says that there's no charges that are being pursued, but then there's one from a day ago that they're pursuing charge. Let me click on it. I got to know now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like last night I saw on the news they were pursuing charges of some sort.
No, they have not been charged yet, but the Central Florida Police say they're working to recommend charges be brought against the 5 teenagers.
And where was this at?
Cocoa, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've all seen the one mug shot or whatever it is of one of the teens with like this tattoos freaking everywhere all over his face. I mean, I'm assuming they're gang members or something. Fuck, I don't know. Not that it matters, but I'm just saying, you know.
It wouldn't surprise me the way they were acting.
That's what I keep seeing. Every time I see a story about that, because I keep seeing it regurgitated, I keep seeing that mugshot or whatever picture it is, and it's like here, but something down this side of the face, and there's stuff on the forehead, neck, just little random tattoos all over them. And it's like, yeah, he ain't saving nobody's life. I hate to be judgmental, but yeah.
Someone was saying that was the guy drowning. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are on the same page or not. I don't know the answer to that, but that's messed up.
Yeah, I never, any story I read about it never mentioned whether I just assumed it was one of the.
Yeah, I got a picture of the guy that pulled up right now, the guy that drowned, Jamel Dunn. He's all sorts of freaking tattooed up. I mean, he's got more tattoos than skin showing on his face.
And that's the guy that drowned?
Yes.
Okay.
Should have took some of that tattoo money and went to swim class. No, it sucks that it's horrible how people can do that. And you see it on TV all over the place. There'll be people fighting in McDonald's, and you got more people videoing than you do helping.
Yeah, there was a video. It wasn't a video like a cell phone video. I forget what store it was, but it looked like a little cafe or a little diner type deal where somebody came in, pulls a fucking gun on the cashier, then pulls a knife, puts the gun and the knife in the same hand, and they're doing like one of these fucking things. Some old dude comes up behind him with a metal fucking chair and WWE's that son of a bitch.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That fight was on. I saw that video and I was like, holy shit, that was some. But if you've noticed, I don't want to say all of the videos that you see like that, but there was one that was going around a couple years ago. It looked like an internet cafe, like there was little laptops everywhere, and everybody's sitting there typing on their laptops, and 2 guys walk in armed to rob the place. And he was old. I mean, it looked like grandpa coming out with his 6-shooter, just fucking boom, 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 shooting him the whole way out the fucking door. Yeah, that's the way it needs to be.
Is that the one in the casino, the old man?
I think it was actually an internet cafe, like he says. But yeah, he chased him out. He was still shooting at him as they was going out the door.
He still had rounds left. I'm just kidding.
Must not have been shooting a revolver.
Well, since we're talking about old people shooting, I got to bring this up. I sent the video to TR about midweek. It was in Florida. Some old crazy son of a bitch had AT&T parked out in front of his driveway. They were doing repairs on the lines and shit. There's a guy up in a bucket truck, and this dude is he's got a revolver, and he's shooting the shit out of their trucks. He goes around to all of them, shoots the tires out, start shooting into the engine block, and then he's taking fucking time to reload, and he's slow as hell. The guy from AT&T is on the phone with 911. Plus, I don't know if he has two phones, but he's videoing it. Plus, you can hear him talking to 911. And there's a guy stuck in the fucking bucket truck, and you see him. You see the hard hat come up every now and again, peeking over, like, where the fuck is this guy? And he starts shooting the truck that the guy's up in the bucket. And it's like,
I saw that. I didn't know there was a guy in the bucket, though. I didn't know that part.
You watch him; it looks like a fucking turtle head coming up out of the fucking truck. He's like, and he ducks down real quick. My only thing is this guy. Well, he's on the phone with 911. He keeps saying, you know, oh, I'm far enough away. I'm not in danger. I'm far away. I'm not in danger. He looked pretty goddamn close to me, for one.
He did.
And number two, even if you don't have a weapon, if you see this asshole shooting a revolver, and I mean, he was not fast. It was, you know, 6 shots, 25 seconds at least to reload, start shooting again. If my buddy's up in a fucking bucket truck and this guy's shooting, I'm pretty sure at that last round, whenever this guy starts dumping shells, I'd probably take a fucking something to him. I don't think I could. Of course, all of us would have been armed at that point in time. But what are your guys' thoughts on that? If you've seen the video,
yeah, rush him. I mean, I don't care if it's a young guy, unless he weighs 300 pounds and is this wide, a bodybuilder kind of guy. I think if I had a flat out run, I can at least stop a guy, hang on, but I can do something. He's standing there looking and doing this, reloading his revolver. I bet I could incapacitate him. I could stop him somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta ask,
nuts, do something.
did I shoot 5 or did I shoot 6?
Well, if he's
you got to think about the time it takes to reload versus the time to take them down. So, on average, for a revolver, you're probably 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the type of revolver and type of speed loader you're using. Whether you're using speed strips or whether you're using...
No. He pulled the rounds out one at a time, reloading this son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. Oh, he's screwed. Dude, that's plenty of time right there.
I'd hand him more ammo, let him keep going around and shooting tires out.
You could be all over him if he's just taking them one at a time.
He wasn't trying to hurt nobody.
No, this was... If you hadn't seen the video, like Blue said, it's like... Bam. Bam. Okay, now let me walk around to the other side. Bam. 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 Oh, I'm out of ammo.
I'll have to try to look that up.
Oh, that's good.
It ain't like he went out there all tactical. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay, the speed loader. No. That ain't what happened.
And we're talking about, people being charged for shit. The last thing I saw on that guy was released pending charges. How the fuck?
What is it? Discharging of a firearm in public, destruction of property. What else could they get him on?
Oh, fuck. They could have had him on ag assault because that guy was right there in the bucket truck. I'm sure he feared for his life.
He might have feared for his life, but was the guy in direct contact or in a lot of aim? For aggravated assault, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He was basically going after the tires.
Even though the guy was in the bucket truck.
Yeah, but technically the guy's in the truck and there's a guy unloading a gun at the truck. Doesn't matter that he was off by 20 feet. He's still technically in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
If
I'm in the back seat and you're shooting at the engine, it doesn't matter. You're shooting at the car I'm in.
Well, there's some different rules out there, but he technically was shooting at the equipment, not the man. So,
yeah. I don't know. I think it's.
But he's in the
I would have handed him some more shells to continue on.
But he's in the equipment. In a fiberglass bucket. It's not like a AR-500 lying down bucket.
I don't know. This guy sounds like a lot of fun. We should have given them more rounds.
We should have got him on the chat tonight.
He can come up with a couple of some community hours, and he's going to spend some time at the retirement center there. And
I mean, technically, a round could have bounced off the engine block, went through the bucket, and shot him. Trust me, I know. I've shot steel plates and shot my fucking self.
Hold that up again. It looks like it's healing pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Did you get that
gotta
piece of
think,
metal
I'm
off?
thinking I'm going to have to dig into this. I think there's something in there that keeps reddish. The
You
actual
haven't done
big
that out yet.
wound's healing up.
You want me to come
Get
down
that
there and
looked at, buddy.
break some of the scalpel stuff out? My I got the suture kit. You know, my field emergency operation kit.
Yeah, and I got the staplers.
Ah, fuck it. I got a spider coat.
If you dig that fucking thing out on your own, which for lawsuit's sake I would not suggest. However, if you do, you better videotape that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you better videotape that.
Dirt Road gets 3 million views for ripping a toenail out. You're gonna, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Damn, Rick's digging in a toenail or some shit or a fingernail or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think you throw a live knife in there, you're gonna go way more views.
Yeah, then maybe they'll sponsor it. You get Spyderco to start sending you out some free shit.
Make sure you double sponsor it though. Use your Spyderco knife, but use whatever before you start. Use whatever sharpening system you use. I'm sharpening this knife with this for my pre-surgery preparations, and then you can get a sponsor from Patron or something if you're gonna fucking drink a little bit before you actually slice in. You could hit that multiple.
Yeah, Bald and Curious says do it right now. Go live.
I'm in agreement with you.
We'll talk you through it, TR. You want to cut at a 90-degree angle.
Well, I could get a double whammy from Spyderco because my sharpening system is a Spyderco Sharp Master.
There you go.
Use a different knife.
Patron or somebody. I disinfect it with a Patron and drink it.
Don't forget about
John Wayne style.
Hell yeah.
What was that, Coda?
Oh, they're out of power there.
Nope, he muted himself. He said something, but I didn't hear what he said.
I think the old lady showed up.
Mom was asking him a question, it sounded like.
No, my wife she's right over there, and we had a bad storm come through today, and the people across the street are out of power. So there's no lights across the street, but we have power on this side of the street. Oh, yeah.
I love that.
It's 10 o'clock. Maybe they went to bed.
It's possible.
Right now, TR is writing down on his little notepad, make video of bullet removal.
He's making notes of what he needs.
Make sure you got
knife sharpener, knife.
You got the stainless steel can, so you can drop the shrapnel piecing with the tweezer. Tink. There was Miss Kitty, Matt Dillon. We got the bullet out of his back. Y'all remember that episode of Gunsmoke?
Yeah.
And
even the modern movies, they always drop it in a pan or a glass of water or whiskey or something.
Oh, there you go. A shot glass of Patron.
Then shoot it.
Ooh.
And then spit it into a metal pan.
Oh, shit. Tool Monkey says he'll volunteer to cut it out. I want to do it.
No, I work with him. We've been talking about it. He said, we're going to have to do surgery on that because he's in the tool room. He's got like the magnifying goggles and all that. He's like, yeah, we'll have to ice that thing up. We'll dig in that. I'm like, yeah, well, we'll do it. We just ain't had time. We've been busy as hell at work.
Oh, my God.
You find your CZ part yet?
That was another project I was wanting to get done this weekend, but I didn't get it done. I brought some stuff home too that I can make a oh hell, now I forgot the name for it, but you got to make a short pin. You got to assemble the shit with a short pin, and then when you drive the real pin in, it pushes the short pin out to hold it all together. I'm just telling you, never disassemble a CZ totally. Just don't do it.
Now that one had the decocker on it, right?
Yeah, decocker. If you don't have the decocker, it's not too bad, and even then, don't take the trigger out.
Yeah, I'm going through some brainstorming here, and I want to try something. In other words, what I want to do is all these guys who've got those, $5,000 CZs. I want to take a real cheap one and I want to gussy it up, but I don't want the decocker on the damn thing, that's for sure. But I want to gussy it up with all the Cajun Gunworks stuff and see if I can make it run. Polish everything up, trim the sear, do all the work on it, and change the springs out on it. Everything you can do. See if we can come up with something that's similar. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe.
Well, probably the cheapest option, which I think you already have, is the damn Janik or Kanik.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, hell, even that used law enforcement, European law enforcement model, I mean, I paid about the same price for it as I did that brand new Kanik.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about here's the thing. I can take that the T120 that I have, but it's got an aluminum frame on it. And what I want is something with an all steel frame with that additional weight. If I want to really compete one-on-one with these guys, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, mine's got aluminum frame too. I think not all of them have aluminum frame. Mine's a LS 120. I was thinking the T120 was a steel frame, but I don't know.
Now it's I want the P120, which is the copy of the SPO1, and then Cajun Gunworks has a whole line of all this. They even make a straight trigger for the Buchanan, and they got the sear, disconnect, all those parts that you can buy, and short reset, and that's really where the trick is. You get in those, you tune that thing up, and you can make yourself into a really nice handgun for $500 or $600. So it can be a race gun, and what I want is to have something that is. When we go back to South Carolina, I want something I can hand to the
No.
Watch.
Hey, you can put lipstick on a pig, and it's still a pig. You can get a Volkswagen and put a Ferrari sticker on it, and it's still a Volkswagen.
We're not talking about Glocks right now. We're talking about CZs.
Exactly.
All steel gun. I mean, I'm not talking about trying to replicate a 5,000 Infinity, but what I'm trying to do is to replicate a $1,500 gun. And I think
the only thing I gotta say about CZ right now is I got a package going to Joey Cuz, and it's my commie mag because my other 3 mags came in, so I have proper round count. And here's a commie mag going to Joey Cuz.
What is it, a 10-rounder?
That's a 10-rounder. That's what came with it when I bought it, unfortunately. But that's all right. I fixed that, and this is going to Joey.
Nice. No,
Might as well do something with it because it ain't worth a damn in the South. Or even you're in Ohio, ain't you?
Yep. Yeah, I can have as many rounds as I want, so it ain't nothing to me. So I figure I'll send it up to Joey, whether he's got a CZ or not. He can find something to do with it.
I got a bunch of those. The high power mags that are 10 rounds for some stupid reason. It's the high power. It's the FN high power, which they made for 2 years. It was back in 2002, and I think that's when they had the Clinton ban was still in effect for the magazines. That sucks. It feels unnatural to have a magazine for a gun that's a double stack and holds less than 15.
Yeah, I mean, when I was shooting this thing, when I did my my first shots and stuff with this thing in there, dude, it was just crazy. Before I knew it, it was empty, and I was like, damn, what the hell? I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't live in a commie state.
Tell
No.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I think was that LS.
The
That came with a 17-round mag, 17 or 18 rounds. I forget now.
shit, you can get the P120 comes with two 17 or 19 round mags. and they work in the CZ75. It's almost cheaper just to buy the new gun to get the mags. But we'll see. I'm up for the challenge, man. It's one of those personal things that I want to do. It's like when you build your own 1911 and come up with a trigger that's a 2-pound trigger with a 0.
I looked up the CZ Orange, and then it was just like, ouch. No, I just don't foresee that happening in my future.
Those are expensive.
It would be nice to go out and buy one of those, but ultimately, I'm a tactical type shooter. I'm not a competition shooter, so this is my reasoning. I don't want to buy the thing. It's just not something that I would buy. But there are people who are hot and heavy on them, man, and you know what? Good for them, because that's what they're into. It's a beautiful gun, for God's sakes. Jesus.
I gotta say, Big Johnson is out in the external. Congratulations on your first IDPA tournament. Hope you enjoyed it. And more real shooting than sitting at your range shooting targets that are stationary. Congrats.
I tell you what, man. I can imagine the jitters on your first match, because there are rules, and you're just, I can only imagine what it's like working in an environment where you have to follow rules and regulations. Shooting at targets that don't move. You just have to run around on a slippery floor or dirt.
Slippery floor, that's right. Danger, danger.
You also try picking up
enough trying to ship stuff to those kinds of states, dude. Hell, working in the industry, it's ridiculous. You try to ship something to California, you got to go through the California DOJ and make sure you can actually ship it before you even do. You got to get an approval number and everything. If it ain't on that list, you can't ship it.
Yeah, and they ain't sending much to California anymore. That list is getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it's shrinking every day.
Every couple days, there's a couple knocked off of there.
You talking about for the guns themselves?
Yep. Yeah, when you try to ship a gun out, because you got to go on there and make sure it's on the approved list before you can ship it. You got to get an approval number from them. If you don't have that approval number and you ship it, you can get in major trouble.
Well, it's interesting because I know a lot of companies, they just say, if you're from these states, we just don't ship to you.
And we're honestly, we're kind of getting to that point where if you live in this particular state, we're probably not going to ship.
Yeah, New Jersey, New York, Maryland.
Yeah, but don't be like that, because there's people out there, and I used to bitch and complain about it because companies wouldn't even send you an upper for an AR to California. Didn't have anything to do with drones. Just because of the state of California. And it's like, fuck that.
Well, I can understand it from a business point of view, because especially if your company has a little, you got several employees, just to safeguard yourself, it's not like me and I got a company and I can look up this shit and say, okay, yeah, I can send that to California. I might have a guy making minimum wage mailing shit off. You know what I mean? I can't.
And that's kind of how our company is we have a lot of people that don't make a ton of money, and those are the guys that do all the shipping. So, they're the ones that have all that responsibility. So they fuck that up. They're the ones that are going to get it, and then the rest of us are going to get on top of that after that. So it's kind of you got to meet that happy medium.
Yeah, you got a 22-year-old that just smoked a damn blunt at lunch break. Now he just gets an order in. He slaps a sticker on the box. Yeah, ship that shit. I mean, seriously.
No, it's true. I'll tell you. It was about 3 years ago. I transferred to another store, and I was only there a few weeks. And one of the guys was doing some shipping stuff, and he didn't follow the protocol I'd put in place. And next minute, I know he dives out the frickin' gun vault, starts running towards the warehouse doors, and I'm chasing after him like, what the hell's going on? He's chasing after the fucking FedEx truck because he slapped the wrong label in the wrong boxes. So now you got one gun going to the wrong frickin' place, another one going to the wrong frickin' place because he slapped them on the two wrong boxes. and you got a freaking guy that weighs about 350 pounds. I've never seen a man that weighs so much move so damn fast. I mean, he was fucking.
Got a 50 caliber, like a Barrett 50 cal was delivered to their house. I can't remember who that was. Did you ever hear that story?
Yeah. I
Now,
saw it.
I got to be honest with you. If somebody delivered a 50 cal Barrett high-powered rifle to my home, that thing would probably be not at my house very long.
Especially if it like my UPS and FedEx drivers and all that. I never signed for shit. They've been delivering here for so long, or they know I buy ammo and guns and all that shit. That it would just be laying there. Be like, damn, somebody must have stole it.
It's not here at all. So, yeah.
Yo, was it in a box? No, I didn't see any boxes.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Come on, you guys. That's a test. You tell them, oh, yeah, you did send it. Here it is. And then they send you one back for being honest.
No, that shit don't happen.
Yeah, the one that got shipped to my house legitly came up missing. Sorry. And then they show the fucking cameras that they have set out on street level to see if you're being honest or not. Well, isn't that you? Nope.
Nope. Mm.
No, there's at least 3-4 of my neighbors that have a fucking mohawk and a mustache.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I saw your latest video and it was on there. Oh, no, that was a different one.
No, I belong to this guy down there in near Charleston, South Carolina. Oh man!
All right, I'll be right back. Gotta get a tea.
Go get you a tea. How can you drink that stuff at night? Doesn't it have caffeine in it?
I drink it all night. All right, quit talking to me so I can go get it.
All right, see ya.
So this weekend, I had to send fucking TR like a 1:30 in the morning drunk text. I was surrounded by fucking hippies. And the conversation got on to somehow, I don't know how, I do know how. It started off with Narcan, you know, because a lot of them were in the nursing field. And I got my ass handed to me because I was the only one speaking what I felt. It wasn't like this chat that I felt the Narcan was bullshit. We should not be giving out free Narcan to fucking drug abusers. We should not be doing this. We should not be doing that. Whenever there are the elderly, there are the people that have allergies that if we're giving out, the way I put it, because I knew which way they were leaning, I don't care if we give out Narcan, but if the state, if the feds are going to pay all this money to get Narcan, they better equip every first fucking responder with EpiPens, diabetic shots, that type of stuff, that people that don't have any choice can also be saved. That didn't go so well. So then we started talking about, you know, the recent riots and everything else, how things are getting blown up or caught on fire, people doing property destruction. And I came right out and said, if I own a business and I'm sitting there and I see some group coming up and they're throwing Molotov cocktails at the business before that, then the next business, and mine's next, I'm going to drop them before they have a chance to light the fucking thing. Wow. I might as well have been put up on a fucking cross and crucified by about 8 people. They're like, wait, no, what? You would be willing to take a life over material property. That's what the material property. I'm like, hell yes, that's my property that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into. I'm going to drop them. Oh, and I wish I remembered the term that they came up with. I was a aggressive something that I would rather take a life than walk out the back door and let them fucking burn my property down and take the insurance money. I got so fucking pissed that instead of starting rant, because it was me versus all of them, I just fucking at 2 o'clock in the morning, I finally was like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. To the point where the person that was hosting this party the next day asked me if I was okay, because how abruptly I ended the conversation and wanted to make sure there was no hard feelings, wanted to make sure there was this. I was like, there's no fucking hard feelings. I just know who I'm fucking taking out first. I have never been put in that position. And Scotsman, this is nothing against you. Most of the people that I was talking to looked just like you. Close shaved head, nice big beard. And I'm thinking, these guys are on my side. These guys are probably thinking the same thing. And I was fucking taken from left fucking field. And I got so pissed I left.
Well, if you got a small business, my dad had his own small businesses all my life. I only knew him to have maybe 2 jobs as far as working for somebody else. And okay, yeah, you're right. If you got it insured right, they will pay for your building. But the months that it takes to rebuild your fucking building, in the meantime, your fucking kids are starving to death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you either take that money and restock, repaint, re-put in walls and all that. In the meantime, you got kids, a wife, blah, blah, blah going on. You got a mortgage to pay and all this. Sure. Insurance will pay for the building and loss of content. They don't pay for your lifestyle until it's done.
Yep. Way cheaper just to shoot them.
Yeah. And it's your property. It's your fucking right. And depending on the state you live in.
The words,
but yeah, to have that hippie fucking, attitude that, well, insurance will pay for it. Well, what are you going to do for income in the next 4 fucking months?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to feed your children?
Move back to mommy and daddy's.
Your wife's pregnant. Whatever. That's bullshit.
Yeah, straight bullshit. That's it, man. Just take them out. Take them out.
This is the exact text that I sent TR at 1:24 in the morning yesterday. Or no, this would have been Friday night into Saturday morning. Sorry for the late night text. Hanging out with a bunch of hippies that would rather their homes or businesses be burnt to the ground rather than take action. Fuck me. Oh my God. Most of them were probably so drunk that they had no idea that I had a gun on that night, but I wish I could remember it. And I've been trying for the last 2 days, but I was pretty well in the bag. But I was an overly aggressive something. And I cannot remember what the fuck but they kept saying that. And I was getting fucking infuriated.
Well, another thing, say they're in the medical field, maybe they're doing pretty decent. Got a little money in the bank, got a little savings account or all that. Yeah, maybe they could have their house burnt down and live in a hotel for 3 fucking months. They could do that. Don't think nothing about it. If I had my own business, or even my house for that matter, well, this house, I don't get it. Not everybody's well off. Not everybody has their own business and can say like, yeah, I could shut my doors for 6 months and feed my family and we could go on vacation and all that while it's all being built. That ain't your average fucking Joe out there. They would fucking starve. They would basically just have to close their business down and go find a job at a mill or a plant or something like that. It'd be like, okay, I got the money, but until then, I gotta feed my family. I gotta do this. But yeah. There's so many of those libtards, those fucking whatever,
Breathe.
that they're living in such fantasy world,
man,
that they have no fucking clue of what the average American, the average person, what it takes to live, what it takes to keep a roof over their house or something. They've been sheltered all their life. I guarantee you most of those kids and stuff at these protests and riots and all that stuff are probably well-off kids.
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee you, mommy and daddy takes care of them. Freaking guarantee it. It's all mommy and daddy pays for everything.
What was the famous Queen, was it France? Or I wish I hadn't said anything now, but one of the famous quotes of, I mean, we're talking like 1600s, some shit. Damn, what was her name? Anyway, she was in charge of the country, and her country was starving to death. She later got hanged.
Oh, it's shit, man. They did the movie on her, Kirsten
Yeah,
Dunst.
yeah, because she was like, well, just let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake, yeah.
She was so out of damn touch. Oh, these people are starving. Well, what? Just let them eat cake. Yep, somebody else put it out there. Let them eat cake. Yeah, there you go, Marie Antoinette.
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 And I really think these millennial kids are like Marie Antoinette. I don't know how to say it correctly. Antoinette.
It's
That's
all
how you
right,
say it in
hey,
South Carolina. Antoinette.
hey, you're Southern. Don't worry about it, man. They're fucking French. Forget about it.
They got too many fucking consonants in their or vowels in their goddamn name.
Yeah.
Well, they're definitely out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, well, I saw a video just on Facebook floating around. The guy's going, he's on a college campus or something like that. And he's talking to these kids, you know, because they're all like, the whole Antifa movement is anti-fascism. It's not Antifa. I don't give a fuck what they say. I'm not going to say that that's what it is. It's Antifa because anti-fascism. And they start reading off what a fascist is and all that. And it's all the shit that they want. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're such. Oh, man. Don't get me started.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
And the reason I say that is because the stuff that's fascism.
We keep going down this route. This is gonna be all bad.
Yeah, well, the stuff that this fascist is socialism, and the whole thing was what does Nazi stand for, and it's the national. Something. Oh fuck! I wish I could remember. Anyhow, the national blah blah blah, the socialist organization, blah blah blah, and then he'll turn around and say, "So you're a Bernie Sanders fan, right? Yeah, and he's a socialist. Yeah. So you're for Nazis, right?" And they're like, he just fucking dumbfounds them all. They're like, "Well, I'm for. Oh, so you're for Nazism?"
Mm-hmm. You know, the same thing you're talking about. I don't know if it was the same person doing the interviews, but they went out to those same type of groups and they were giving actual Hitler quotes. You know, this is the quote that, and I don't know if they said this is what Bernie Sanders said or this is what Hillary Clinton said or whatever. They just started saying these quotes. Oh, I agree with that 100%. Well, you realize that was said by Hitler back in 19 whatever the fucking year was, and it was like. No, and then they like fucking walk away. It's like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, they don't get that. They, like I said, the whole Antifa movement is against fascism, and they're all fucking socialists. And most of them actually promote communism. And it's like Trump and Republicans, conservatives. I can't say all Republicans, but conservatives, libertarians, we're anti-socialism, anti-communism. You're the ones that want socialism and communism. That's the Nazis. That's not us. That's fucking you. But they're too fucking stupid to know it.
Yep.
And definitely uneducated.
That's for sure.
It was the Russians.
I got a friend of mine who he and I go back and forth, and he's a big Bernie Sanders fan. But what kills me is he's a big Second Amendment guy. So he loves his guns, but he hates capitalism, and he loves Bernie Sanders. And his biggest thing is that we need free college education and a single payer free health care. And I just my whole we go back and forth. But it's interesting, but to say the least. But we were talking about this one article about healthcare and how it's working over in Scandinavia, and we should adopt this program. And I was just like, you just can't do what they're doing over there. Besides, who says that's such a great idea? Have you been there? Have you actually done it? And what he does is he posts me another article. And I go, no, I don't want to hear an article. I want you to tell me in your own words. He's one of those guys. And so the big thing for him, and I knew this would come out, is, you know, well, these billionaires and these companies, they don't need to be making that much money. And I go, it comes out. You don't care about healthcare. You care about how much people make. So you want them to make only a certain amount of money. And we get on to this whole thing about, well, what define rich? Because rich used to be, years ago, somebody who made millions and millions of dollars. And the determination of rich is somebody now who, and people consider people who make $100,000 a year as they're rich. So at what point do we just need to make everybody make the same amount of money, drive the same car, get the same health care, do the same work, have socially assigned jobs? You do what you're assigned to do based on your grades in high school. And I guess that would make everybody happy. Just shit just infuriates me. With these fucking minds think, these people out there. You know, you don't need to make that much money. Well, if I don't make that much money, then you ain't getting the taxes from it. And where's the money coming to feed your dumb ass? Sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Yeah, that's a very good rant and very on point.
No, you're right there, man. I can tell you, coming from a country where healthcare was free, I mean, it's kind of free, but it's not free. It's kind of hard to explain. So it's kind of like, it's a little like here where, you know, you pay for healthcare, but back home you really don't pay for healthcare. They call it something else, and they take a small amount of every paycheck. And that pretty much pays for everything that you go and get. But here's the thing. So the healthcare is technically free, but now your wait times go up. You need to try and make an appointment. Your appointments take forever to make. You're limited on your doctors. You know, you're limited because of your area. There's all kinds of different things that prohibit you or limit you and can take forever. For example, I had appendicitis for almost 9 months before they finally took my damn appendix off. You know, because they kept going, well, there's nothing wrong with you, because all they did was take a blood test and say you're fine. And I couldn't even fucking stand up bloody straight, for Christ's sake, and they're saying I'm fine. You know? Yeah.
And technically it wasn't free because they was taking money out of your check.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Is they say it's free, but technically it's not, because they take a small amount out of every check and they class it as something else to get around the fact that you're actually paying for it.
And then the government's involved in health care, so then it becomes inefficient, not really that good. I think the government shouldn't have a fucking thing to do with insurance or healthcare. And even this is a pet peeve of mine. You guys may or may not agree, but they keep talking about healthcare. Insurance is not fucking healthcare. It's insurance. It's not healthcare. Just because you got insurance does not mean that your health is cared for. That just means that you can go to the doctor and the insurance will pay some of it and you pay the rest of it, but it's not taking care of my health. That's not health care. That's insurance. That's just like saying I got car care on my vehicle because I have insurance on it. No, they don't take care of my car. If I wreck it, they may cut me a check. It might cover it. It might not, but it's not taking care of my truck. It's just taking care of it if something happens. It's still not fucking car care.
Yep, no, 100% agree, man. I really do. And coming from a country where, it's technically free, and they kind of hide it and mask it, and you still got to pay for it. You're exactly right, man. I mean, the care is shit. It's just straight up shit. I mean, that was 8 months, almost 9, with appendicitis before they finally said we're going to take it off. And I'm not joking, dude. The only reason they said they were going to take it off is because I walked into the ER and I'm like, look, you got 2 choices. 1, you can freaking cut me open and take it out, or 2, I'm taking my bloody knife right here and I'm going to cut my fucking self open and take it off.
But look at you now. You're here and you're alive. Therefore, the greatest health care in the world. Now, my wife's family's from Sweden, and it's interesting. I said people who quote, they're like, but they have the greatest health care in the world. No, they don't. It's just like you said, man. If you want to see a doctor and you're on a government program, you'll probably end up dead before you see a doctor. The only way you can actually, at your leisure, go see a doctor is if you're carrying your own supplemental insurance, you pay cash. That's it. What are you chewing on there, Lou?
A pretzel.
That looks good, man.
They are good. Can you hear it, or are you just seeing it?
No, you're like in charge of the screen right now.
Oh, my bad. I'll mute myself the next time I take a bite on my pretzel. I didn't realize it was that sensitive of a mic. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
But talking about the healthcare stuff, even here, I'm in rural PA. We have, let's say, 12 family doctors in the entire county. I call in because whenever I get a head cold, guarantee it's going to hit the throat and it's going to hit the chest. It does it every time. It's done it for fucking years. As soon as it hits if it hits my nose and it's not gone in a couple of days, I'll call to make a goddamn doctor's appointment, and I'm still 3 months out. That's not healthcare. That's just like what everybody's saying. It's not healthcare. And if your insurance company says they're not paying for it, the doctor will look at you point blank and say, whatever procedure. All right, you have insurance, and I have damn good insurance. I mean, I've got great insurance, which it hasn't hit me very often, but they'll be like, this is what the insurance company's paying. You need to come up with this much or we can't do the procedure. What the fuck? What am I paying for? That's not healthcare. That is not healthcare.
The last time I went to the doctor, and it's probably been a year and a half, 2 years ago. Since Obamacare, my insurance has gone to shit. It's not that I don't have Obamacare, but the insurance company that I have is involved in that. So to cover the cost of that horse shit, they're losing money on. Well, I doubt they're even losing money on it. But anyway, they're not losing money on it because they're charging me for it. But the last time I went to the doctor, since I hit 40, I just got to where I went to the doctor every year. And because the insurance I had, they gave me $1,000 a year. Literally. Okay, we're going to put $1,000 into your account. When that's up, you'll start having to pay until you hit your deductible. Okay, fine. And whatever I didn't use rolled over. Well, I don't get sick. I don't go to the fucking doctor, If I get it hurt at work, they pay for it, not me. And anyway, so the last time I go to the doctor, well, things changed. I go to the doctor. Even though they're putting $1,000 in my account, the insurance company says, no, we're not paying this much no matter what. Even though that money's in your account, it's your money. I went to the doctor just for a checkup, just to look me over. I mean, no, I didn't get no anal probe. I didn't get nothing. He didn't prescribe anything. He just looked at me, checked my blood pressure, height, weight. I got a bill for $90 fucking with insurance, $1,000 in my insurance. Well, more than that. And they're like, no, we're only going to pay this much because the doctor's charging like $180 for just to see him for 5 minutes. That's the last time I've been to the doctor. That is not fucking health care.
Nope.
Right now, back to the car thing. My truck needs spark plug wires, and I got car insurance. My car insurance company will not pay for my fucking spark plug wires. It's not car care. Just like my health insurance is not health care. It's just fucking insurance for catastrophic events. That's the only thing it's for.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting. I have a friend. I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but he has health insurance. And because he only made a certain amount of money, he was entitled. He got it through the exchange, I guess the Obamacare thing, and he was able to get the deduction or the tax incentive, whatever it is. But anyway, so he went into an unemployment status. So he called the insurance company to see if he could, if the insurance was going to cost or would it go down because he's completely unemployed. His insurance actually went up $400 a month because of his unemployment. He doesn't make any money, so his insurance went up $400. And you want to tell me how this Obamacare is supposed to work for people when it works like that? It's just ridiculous.
It's crazy, man. I mean, when I moved to Oregon, that's kind of when Obamacare stuff came into play, and I was having some more stomach issues, and I won't get into the details of it, but I was back and forth to the doctor for over a year, seeing a specialist. And at the time, I was unemployed, and so I was on what they call bridge assistance, which is where they help you pay for it. Well, the moment I got a job, and it wasn't even a job, it was, a 2 days a week cash in hand job. The minute I got that job, they're like, nope, you got a job now. That's it. We're not paying for anything. It's all on you. You got to get insurance, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I make like $100 a week.
Yeah.
But the minute I had some cash in my hand, they're like, nope, you got to pay for it.
I'm sick of it, man.
Well, like I said, the government should not be involved in insurance, healthcare, anything. I could see them passing some laws, just kind of regulating to a certain extent, and I'm not even sure if that's necessary or should be done. But we'll just say I'll give them an inch, okay, which they took a mile. But government shouldn't be involved in insurance or healthcare, period. They just shouldn't.
No, I agree 100%. They shouldn't, and even back home, they shouldn't be at all. It doesn't matter what country. Government should not be involved in it. Period.
Well, back in I'd say around 99, 2000, something like that. The job I had, I was an auto mechanic. I had insurance where I worked at, but to get my wife on there, it costed too much. And so what I did, and this is still with government involved. Government's been involved in our insurance system since the early 70s. That's when it went to shit anyway. And I was able to, online, this is early in the internet, but, find a company, you find a website that had, Blue Cross, this company, this company, this company. You join this. If you want this group plan, $5 a month, we'll put you in this group. Everybody that paid that $5, well, all of a sudden you got a group. So you'd be a group plan. And it was $99 a month. If my wife went to the hospital, went to the doctor, it was $20. If she got a prescription, it was $5. This was before we got the government involved to make my insurance better. $99 a month. They didn't have a fucking thing to do with the company. The company wasn't paying. There was no company paying shit. The whole fucking insurance plan was $99 a month, which I thought was still too much. But anyway, at the time, but compared to now, that's what it was without the government getting their fingers in it. And they already had their fingers in it. Used to, you didn't have insurance. You may have had insurance for a catastrophic event, but if you had a baby, you just went to the hospital, had a baby. I seen somebody put it out there, and I know inflation, blah blah blah. It costed $500, and the lady was in the hospital for a week, 5 days, whatever. The whole bill was $500. I get it. That's what it costed to have me. It was like $500. My insurance didn't cover that shit. It didn't need to. Yeah. Let's get the government involved. Now it costs $5,000 to $10,000 to have a baby in the hospital. Yeah, how's that fucking working out?
Yeah, I was having a conversation out in the side chat, but for people that don't catch that, if they watch this later, my last son, who's 7 years old now, I don't want to say it was a surprise pregnancy, but it was one of those deals where, oh, you're pregnant, let's go to the doctor, let's do all this, and we go, and they're like, okay, you're only in whatever trimester, you still have about 2 months before the due date, you have all this. Well, the one morning, she wakes up because she's having a little bit of stomach issues, goes out, lays on the couch. About an hour later, I hear my name being yelled. He's coming now. He's coming now. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. I run out in the living room, and she's like, I was like, well, let's go. We got to go to the hospital. We got to roll. And she's like, no, there's zero time. There's no time. She's like, I can't do it. So I'm like, fuck. Pick up the phone, hit 911, and I sleep just in a pair of boxer briefs, but I'm on the phone and I'm running back to the bedroom to get dressed. So when, the ambulance gets there and everything else, and I'm on the phone with 911 for a minute, maybe a minute and a half. And I hear a fucking newborn baby crying. And I'm like, holy Christ, Laura Ingalls, what did you just do? But, I'm on the phone with them, and I was like, the kid was literally just born. I was like, and I've had all the training and everything, but when it's your own, you still kind of like, what the fuck? You run into that, oh shit, I don't do this every day. What the hell do I need to do? And I'm like running, grabbing towels and stuff. And that hospital bill for a kid being born in our house, ambulance transport to the hospital, straight through the ER, right to OB, cost more than both of my kids that were born in the hospital, because they needed to run extra tests because the child was born in a quote unquote non-sterile environment, and they had to do special whatever in this. I'm like, what the fuck?
You got bamboozled, Blue.
But I'll tell you what, there ain't many people that have a story like that. And it was like, and everybody's like, oh, you got to deliver your baby. I'm like, fuck no. I was on the phone with 911 putting on clothes when that kid was born.
Yeah, the best thing at that point would have been to cut the cord and swab shit with alcohol, and okay, we got a baby. We're done.
Yep, just stay here.
Now, I asked, how did you even bother going to the hospital? I mean, obviously, you gnaw the cord like that, and just swab up the blood.
TR would use his Kershaw. Just
put her to work in the fields, man. It's time to go.
You use a Spydico. Remember, before you guys do that, you got to wait for the pulse of the cord to stop. All right?
What?
So you tie it off like 6 inches above the baby. Wait for the pulse first to stop pulsating. And then you could cut the baby cord. But there's a ton of shit involved. And then you got to deliver the placenta. You got to deliver the placenta. There's a lot of shit that goes on. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once the baby was born, that was like the easy part. Like Rick's saying, at least Rick. It's been a while since I've been through the class or everything, but whenever it was taught to us, as soon as the baby was born, it was 3 and 6, 3 inches up, tie off the umbilical cord, 6 inches up, tie off the umbilical cord, and then you cut it. And then you wait for the placenta, but I guess that's changed now. But yeah, there's a lot more involved. And
now the important part is if you have the tools available, is suction of the kid's nose and mouth. Most importantly, things that'll help deliver the placenta is after you. Well, there's a ton involved, but I'll just skip through some of the stuff. You want to make sure that the baby has circulation and that kind of stuff, but. Once you give the baby to the mom and it tries to start breastfeeding or just being near the mom again, you're basically, I don't even know if I want to get into this. You would massage the fundus is what it's called, and that will help deliver the placenta. And then the placenta you want to capture, you want to keep it in a bag because the doctor would make sure that it's a complete placenta, because there could be some basically that will release from that area or whatever, but they make sure that the whole entire placenta has been removed.
Well, believe it or not,
Dr. Six.
Believe it or not, babies have been born naturally for thousands, if not, well, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of fucking years, and there wasn't no fucking hospital.
Well,
now there were more infant deaths and stuff. I get that, but
it's true. It's true though. As long as you're not having a breech baby, or you know, the biggest thing is the cord wrapped around the neck, or you know, it's being delivered the wrong way. And like Parla said, there's different
cultures,
religions that eat the placenta. I don't know if it's religions or ethnic backgrounds or whatever, but yeah, that happens as well.
Yeah, shit up and sell it on the black market.
Working again, and things just kind of fall out the way they're supposed to. Is what I heard.
That's usually what happens, but there is times where
the reason why there's so many little khaki ass hippies in the world is that we've lost track of this natural childbirth was a natural means of getting rid of the wimpy ass individuals, and they should just die at birth anyway. My take.
That's true. Now they even do it underwater so the baby isn't in shock when it comes out in the crazy air of what we're breathing.
It's always something else.
Just squirt them out, cut the fucking cord, slam them up against the wall, stick your finger in a damn electrical socket, and if they make it through all that, okay, yeah, you're okay for society. We'll give you a chance.
No, you missed one part, TR. You missed one part. You got to give him a shot of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You'll have to call that one. He wasn't ready for society. He didn't make it.
That's a hell of a story, Blue. That's pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll actually do like a complete video from like start to finish. But I mean, it was scary yet cool as shit the entire time. And the thing, I'll never forget the wife whenever she got to the hospital. Like they still, because it was after hours, they still take you through the ER to get to the OB part. But yeah, like all the nurses and the doctor, whenever they come in, they're like applauding the medics and the EMTs for a great job on the delivery. And she's like, they didn't fucking do nothing.
So my wife had the first time, our first son, he was born C-section. Well, both the kids were C-sections, but when I was in there with my wife, all I remember, they forgot to raise the curtain up, so I had a full blown view of everything. And me, I'm kind of a sick freak anyway, so I'm looking over, checking it all out. She's laid out like this, and they're just tugging on her, and she's moving around, and everything like this. And I'm like, I am so impressed. You are one badass woman, man. That is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then they laid her the placenta, or no, uterus. They laid her whole uterus up her stomach. And I was like, I don't know if it was what it was. It looked like a roast beef, raw.
I think I am.
But yeah, that's where they were squeezing the blood out, and they put it back in her. So that was probably a permanent part of her, body. But it was a unique experience, man.
No, that's I can deal with the same. I mean, that type of stuff doesn't bother me. I've seen heads like in accidents. I mean, I'm not trying to be like super gruesome, like, hey, look how cool. But I've seen decapitations. I've seen arm amputations. I've seen guts hanging out. Or that type of stuff doesn't really bother me. But if somebody shits themselves or fucking pukes, I lose it. Absolutely lose it.
I'm fine with other people's blood, arms hanging off, limbs hanging off, whatever. But the minute I start bleeding, that's the difference. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I see my own blood and I start freaking out versus someone else, I couldn't care.
You're evil then. That's a sign of,
Self-preservation. You have a sign of self-preservation. Damn you.
Fuck you. Die. Bleed to death. I could care less. I was going to tell TR, before you do any surgery on your arm, make sure you get that tourniquet on there real good. And get some leather straps. Some ether is a pretty good thing to do. Spray that bitch down with some good alcohol first. And
I got cat tourniquets. So I got the shit. And my buddy Tool Monkey out there, he's got actual scalpels. The sewing kits for sewing up wounds, all that shit. He got all that shit. He's a prepper too.
I got all the shit too, TR. We could do that right now.
Yeah. Like I said, I cut that son of a bitch up with a damn spider coat.
This might sting a little bit.
Oh, don't forget.
Well, if you go deep enough, if there ain't nothing in there, it'd be like, well, I guess it was just a damn whatever. Maybe that was a pimple.
If it's infected and it's festered up and it's really red, it's going to feel real good when you stick that knife in there.
You should feel the metal in there.
Go in there.
You feel
I can't see it. I can't see any. I mean, it don't really look. At first, it didn't really look dark. The only thing that looks dark now is a little scab on top of it.
Yeah.
Is it pussy?
Like I said, no, it's not even pussy. It's just it's red and it's going down. Here's where the actual big impact was. It's just healing up, but I think there's something in right here.
Just go to your courthouse. Go through the metal detector, and then have them.
Yeah, some people were talking about that. Yeah, put the metal detector on it.
Were you shooting lead core, or what was the bullet?
Whatever fuck tool is.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't. It's Russian.
It's probably glowing by now. So
Yeah, it's probably zinc. It probably wasn't even lead. I don't know.
In about 5 years, it'll pop out on its own.
yeah.
Eventually it's gonna come out.
I still got stuff in my knee that is made of metal, and I just look at it on occasion going, one of these days I'm going to get bored and drunk enough, I'll dig the shit out of there. But you can actually see it, man. It's black and it's down in there somewhere.
When I worked at a muffler shop when I was in high school, everything was overhead welding. The cars would be up on the jacks and all that shit would roll down and it'd stop on your elastic of your underwear because it burned through your shirt and down. And for like 2 years after I left that place, it's popping out little slag BBs out of my skin. I was like, fuck. I was like, holy crap.
If you cut yourself, make a video.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
if it was Russian stuff, careful, man. You're gonna end up like Trump. You're gonna have people saying you gotta, Russian. They may be influenced your videos going forward. You gotta be careful, dude.
That's right. You need a Twitter muffler.
Joking around saying something about you're using Russian ammo. What's the influence here? What is the direction is going here? What kind of lies you been spilling to us?
Everywhere you go, you're smuggling Russian articles.
Yeah. That was actually a bug that was in that bullet. So I've been recording it. All this is recorded. This is all going back to Russia.
Oh, it's a tape. That's a chip.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta be careful. They're gonna believe every single word you say. I guarantee you, there's some snowflakes out there right now watching. They're listening to every word you say and are agreeing with it.
Oh, there ain't a goddamn snowflake that's agreeing with anything we're saying.
They already passed out.
They're fucking horrified. I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting for somebody to do a compilation of TR's chats where they take out snippets of stuff of me saying something stupid, TR saying something, everybody on the panel saying something stupid, and it's going to be a hour-long video of look at what we're dealing with. I'm waiting for it. And I'll watch it over and over again.
Oh shit! It's just gonna be an hour of me.
Well, then it'll be 2 hours long.
Cheers, bud.
It'll be good entertainment, right?
If it wouldn't take so
Whatever.
long to do it, I would do it myself just for the hell of it.
Actually,
You know, most people give up after the first 3 minutes, so who gives a shit, right?
WTF SoCal's doing a video like that about someone. It should be pretty awesome when it's done.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Oh, really? I'm not aware of that. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm just finishing up the details of something I'm going to be coming up with here probably tomorrow or Tuesday. Kind of what I talked to you about last week, TR. But I got all the details figured out. So got a couple more things I got to work on, and then I'm going to release it probably tomorrow or Tuesday.
Nice. Yeah, right to bear arms. He's talking about that camel I got. That shit is freaking badass. I still got to do a full review on it.
Where'd you get it from?
It's from gulchgear.com. They're out of Oregon. But the guy that designed the pattern used to work for Pixar that, you know, does all the movies like the kids movies or whatever. His name's Brian, and I started talking to him, and we're going to do a live chat, and he's going to talk about how he came up with all the colors, and he has a lot of knowledge that I don't understand, but it's good information if people are trying to figure out what they're looking for. So it should be a good video. But the stuff's amazing. I ordered it in the wrong size, though. I was fatter than I thought I was. So Monday, the pants should be here. The pants didn't fit. I was a little fat. Good stuff, though. And then tomorrow, I'm going to catch a fish, hopefully, with my fish trap. So the family and I are we're gonna bait that thing up with a sock and some dog food, and maybe throw some other shit in it, and then go throw it in one of the rivers and see if we can catch some fish with it. Thing's badass. It's freaking tall as shit, though. You can probably see it right there, right? That upside down teepee right there.
I was thinking he was just going to use it in your pond.
Look at this thing. This thing's huge.
What are you hoping to catch?
A cold. No, just some trout. A bunch of trout.
Have you looked at all the balls yet, Rick?
Designing all that shit was pretty cool. That's all from a tree branch. There's no rope, no nothing on there.
That's pretty cool,
Rick,
man.
What?
Can you hear me, Rick?
Yeah, I hear you. What?
Have you looked into all the laws about that?
Fuck the laws. This is called training for survival.
It's fine if you catch them as long as you put them back. I don't know about North Carolina, but I can tell you right now.
It's illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured if the cops pulled us over or something, I was just going to tell them that I was teaching my kids how to make survival gear.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just like netting, like that. Say you throw out a cast net to catch bait.
Yeah.
If you catch game fish, now this is South Carolina. I don't know about North Carolina. In South Carolina, if I throw out a game net, I mean a minnow net to catch minnows for bait, a bait net, and I catch, it don't matter if it's a bluegill, a trout, a bass, or whatever. As long as I throw it back, I'm okay. If you keep it, you just broke the law. So I'm saying if you do a video and you catch fish in that,
let them go.
You might want to let them go.
All right, I'll let the smaller ones go.
Well, just don't videotape the big one.
I was gonna say, don't take the big ones.
So I was sitting there, and we have these bushes, and they just grow these straight, long ass. It's like a hedge-looking thing, but it grows these straight, perfect branches, and I mean they're fucking tall. So I'm like, I've seen people make these before, not like detailed where they're making them, but like I've seen pictures and I had shit in my head of how it's supposed to look. So I didn't do any research. I wanted to just see if me and the family could make something that would capture fish. And look at that evil ass freaking thing. But all this is skin from the branches. Like here's all the, if you look close, that's just pulled off from all those sticks and turned into rope. So I thought it's pretty badass. We'll see if I catch a fish, but even if I don't catch a fish, which I'm pretty sure I will, because I'm gonna bait it with some good stuff. I think look at that. That's some ninja work right there. So wish me luck, everybody. Wish me luck. Yeah, Daniel.
And just for anybody that does not know, I don't know how it is in other states, but in the South, I know at least South Carolina, the DNR has more power than the police department. If you get caught illegally catching a fish, they can seize your fucking truck, your boat, your trailer, put you in fucking jail out of you, and you might be in prison.
I can tell you.
The
I can tell
cop
you from
catches you
experience.
breaking the law. They charge you with a offense. They put you in jail. You get to post bail and all that. DNR catches you fucking poaching fish. Your shit is gone. It's gone. There's no getting it fucking.
You're 100% right, and believe it or not, they can even take your guns.
The ones that are there, all of them.
All of them. Believe it or not, if you do something illegal, and no matter what state, there's it's going to vary on the laws per state, but just about every state, they do have more control, just like TR was saying. And if you're out there and you got a gun on you at that point in time, when they arrest you, you could technically lose all your rights for guns, and they'll take all your guns away.
Yeah. Yeah, when the police can impound your vehicle. Say you get a DUI and they impound your vehicle, you get charged for DUI, you can go to court, blah, blah, blah. The DNR catches you with too many fish, they take your vehicle, they take your fucking boat, you don't get it back, you go to fucking jail, period. They charge you, there may be some kind of court thing or whatever, but when they seize your shit, it's fucking gone. I'm telling you, it's weird. You have to look into it. Be careful with fishing and hunting violations, because them sons of bitches will take your shit and put you under the fucking jail. I would rather get caught robbing a fucking convenience store than catching too many fish. I'm just letting you know, for those that don't know, you would get less penalty for robbing a fucking convenience store than maybe catching too many bass out of a fucking lake and a DNR catch you.
Now,
I'm not saying it's always that extreme. I'm just saying they have that much fucking power.
Every time you guys,
at least in my state,
I think of do not resuscitate. See, like California had Fish and Game. What's DNR mean?
Department of Natural Resources.
Does that entitle all of them? Like, is there still Fish and Game? And
yeah, it varies state to state.
All right.
It varies state to state, but they're all the same entity. But yeah, like TR says, they have more power than most local authorities do.
If I go to Lake Joe Cassie's, which is the lake I go camping to, and I throw out a hook with a piece of corn on it, because it's a trout lake, it's a trout game lake, and I throw out a piece of corn, and the DNR shows up, and they see a little can of corn, just canned corn you buy at the grocery store, They can take my fucking truck, my fucking boat, put me in fucking jail. I will not get my truck back. I will not get my fucking boat back. I may spend years in I'll probably not go to jail for a long time, but I'll have a hefty fine to pay, and they confiscated all my equipment, so I can't go fishing again.
Yeah,
Period.
Same thing here in PA. If you're even suspected of illegally poaching a deer, they can come into your house without a warrant, check your freezer, and apparently you're supposed to mark your meat. This is when I bought it, or not when I bought it. This is when I harvested it and everything else. And if it's not done to that, they can come into your house without a fucking warrant and take all that, take the gun and or guns that they suspect that you shot that deer with, and then it's a battle to get everything back. And that's the game commission.
Wow.
Just a little warning out there for people that don't know this shit, because you wouldn't think this. You're just thinking, oh, okay, yeah, you're not supposed to do this, so blah blah blah. You got to know the rules and regulations of that stuff, and as long as you're within them, you're fine.
Yep.
That piece of corn, if I go on Joe Cassie, I can't do that. There's a dam, and then the next lake, well, hell, I can fucking net fucking bait, I can use corn, I can do blah blah blah, but that lake up above this one, I can't do that shit. I mean, you just got to know the fucking rules and regulations, and they give you the free information.
When I was in California, when I first moved to the country, and I was in California and I was fishing out in California, I took 2 rods, and technically I got to have a permit for the second rod that I have out in as well. And I'm just like, the guy comes up and starts talking to me. I'm like, you got to be shitting me, right? But literally, you have to have a tag for every rod that you're going to put in the water.
Yeah. I think that's almost, I don't want to say that's across the nation, but there's different rules. Like if you're doing like a trolling boat, like if you're in a river or a big lake and you have a big ass boat with like 5 rods across the end, I think you're allowed to have, like, let's say 2 or 3 rods per person because you're quote unquote trolling. But if you're fishing, you're only allowed to have 1 rod in the water at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, that's state to state. I could have 100 freaking rods on my boat and troll. If I fish from the bank, I can have 2.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was fresh off the freaking boat, and I'm out there fishing, and guy walks up, starts talking to me, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't told. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just trying to catch a damn fish.
and I'm gonna throw it back when I'm done.
I'll just say I'm catching catfish. Captain Shark.
That still depends on state to state.
In California or California, it don't matter what you're fishing for. You got to have a specific thing for every damn reel and rod you got out there. And if you don't have it and you ain't wearing it right here where they can see it, you're getting in trouble.
Yeah, like I said, you just gotta know. You just gotta know your state laws. You really, even fishing, you really know. You got to know your state laws. Like I said, I know because I used to. For the northerners, it would be called crappie fishing. Down here in the south, we call it crappie fishing. I always fished with 9 rods. I'd have 8 rods set out for crappie, and I'd set 1 rod out at the back of my boat for catfish. I put a big rod out and throw it down. The first little crappie I caught, I would hook that son of a bitch and throw him off the back of the boat to catch a big catfish. And then I'd have 8 rods out for crappie, 1 rod out for catfish, fishing off the bottom. But now if I was on the bank, I can only have 2 rods.
You have a message, sir.
But that's in South Carolina. It depends on the state you live in.
Yeah, I'll have to find out.
Well, that's North Carolina. You can have as many rods. This is 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But you have as many rods, but like for striper fishing. I think the count was 6 per person. So we'd go back to the dock, offload them, and go back out and fish some more. But I was surprised at the number of guys that like I'm working in Pennsylvania, they have bass season. And I'm like, what is this bass season you speak of? Because we can we can fish largemouth and smallmouth bass 365 a year. So I was blown away by this thing called bass season. I laughing my ass off. I'm like, well, so what if you do? Can you only fish during certain days of the year, like hunting? And they were like, yeah, it's crazy.
You're only allowed to keep, like, if you catch a bass, like say you're out crappie fishing or bluegill, panfish, that type of thing. If you catch a bass, man, you better make sure that fucking thing lives and it's back in the water instantly.
Crazy.
Now we have limits. There are limits, but I don't have to specifically. This is there again, South Carolina. I don't have to specifically be fishing for something. You know, if I was out there crappie fishing, I caught a bass. Okay, I caught a bass. I caught a catfish. I caught a trout. I caught a crappie. I caught a bluegill. As long as I didn't hit the limit for all those, and it wasn't a total. It was just like I can catch 10 bass, I can catch 30 crappie, I can catch actually catfish other than one lake in South Carolina. I can catch as many of those as I want. You know, as long as you didn't hit the limit, then you get caught, of course. But, you know, I mean, shit, how many of them fish you need? Come on. I can catch 30, what they call panfish, which would be crappie, bluegill, shellcracker, blah, 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 blah. I mean, come on. If I catch 30 of those, ain't that enough? Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to clean that damn many fish, so I'm not going over my limit. Yeah.
The thing that we run into, and I don't know how prominent the Amish are and where you guys live, the Amish will come into, I don't want to say it's a private lake. It's a lake. It's open, but they'll come in and they will fucking fish that bitch out every day with their limit. And but that's their way of life. That's how they survive. But they will fucking just annihilate anything.
It's pretty cool to watch those guys about in the Harrisburg area between, the whole area. And they used to have that television show, the Amish Mafia, whatever it was. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was just right down the street, Lancaster, I think is where it was. But man, it was funny as hell. But you want to talk about some good food and good cooking? One of the ways they make money is that they do all the butcher shops and like the local little restaurant deals close to where I work. And we'll walk up there, man, and just awesome food. And some good looking women too, by the way.
Yeah, no, they're pretty prominent out here too, Blue. You know, you got, and they got their days for shopping too. You'll see a bunch of them on Tuesday, you'll see a bunch of them on Thursday, and you'll see a different bunch on Saturday or Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if it's like different sacks of them or what, but there's different bunches of them, and they all show up, and they're pretty regular. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, whichever day it is. I forget when the weekends, what day they come off, but definitely Tuesday and Thursday, you'll get a different group of each of them every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I did a video a while back. I pulled up on my shooting range, and there was this lady out there, and she had her Mormon stuff on, and she was shooting the shit out of a gun. Her name was Molly, and she was just like had a beautiful smile, and she could run the shit out of a Smith & Wesson. It was funny as hell, man. And her hands were huge, man. Big hand. And beat the hell out of it.
You enjoyed every second.
What's that?
I said you enjoyed every second.
Mm.
I know the Amish.
What's that?
I know the Amish probably will not watch this yet, but I've got an Amish joke that I think is pretty goddamn funny. But I don't want to say it's racist, but it's one of those deals where the normal people are like, haha, that's funny, but I won't say it if TR doesn't want me to. He's given the, I think that's the go wave. All right. What's the difference between an Amish woman and a hockey player?
A hockey player will take his clothes off when they get in a fight.
Close. Close. The hockey player changes his uniform after 3 periods.
God,
Damn.
You know, nothing against the Amish. I mean, we have them
Pretty
all around.
hardcore there, Blue.
That's right up there, man. I'll cheers that one.
We don't have Amish down here in South Carolina, so
I heard that and it was like, man, that's hilarious. But they are. I mean, the Amish, by God, they're harder working than any one of us, guaranteed.
I tell you what, I was sitting there watching this little kid run the cash register at this little deli, and he was upselling everybody. He was good, man. He must have been like 12, 13 years old. He's like, come on, get 2 sandwiches. You know you want it. I was laughing my ass off, man. I was like, there you go, brother, man. He's a hell of a sales rep. That was funny.
Yeah, Blue, you took it a notch too far, buddy. There goes your Amish subs for sure.
yeah, no more Amish subs for you. If they only had electricity, they might have catch that.
And you know what? Here's the thing.
There's
Seriously,
a guy riding a bike right now like this, pedal and power.
I don't care if we
had solar, but I guess not.
Yeah, nothing. And like I said, I've got nothing against the Amish, but sometimes there's a joke that's out there that's so funny, you got to tell it. And 9 times out of 10, if you meet the right person, I mean, it's the same thing with me or with anybody else. Somebody wants to tell me a fucking cop joke, have at it, man. I'll probably laugh as hard as, I don't give a shit. It's a joke. It's not how I feel about a certain sect or anything else. It's funny. It makes people laugh. So if you can't see that, then go fuck yourself.
If you can't laugh at yourself, you got a problem.
Well, I'll give you a prime example. Prime example is, obviously, I'm Scottish, and people want to always make either Scottish jokes or Irish jokes. And quite honestly, I don't give a fuck. You make whatever you want to make. I'm going to laugh at it. I really couldn't give a shit. And if I can't laugh at it, there's an issue. But I'm not going to have an issue because you know what? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, hell, I was in the Navy. Now, I wasn't on the ship, but I'll go ahead and I'll tell a Navy joke real quick. Coda Boy's in the Army. He'll get a kick out of it. All right. Here's a Navy joke. Real quick, simple, whatever. 100 sailors go out on a ship every tour. 50 couples come back.
Hold on.
One for you. What's long, wet, and covered with semen? A submarine.
So you were in the Navy, but you never went on the water. So you were a landlubber Navy.
Yeah, I was.
I know another one that was too.
I was in the Seabees. I was a construction battalion, but it's, like my partner at work. I say partner, but I'm not supposedly the lead, but me and him, we're I consider him an equal. We're just, whatever. He's in the Army. He has got the entire fucking plant. He is constantly talking about. He does it really good. He's really good. He's really good at his choice of words and stuff. But he's constantly talking about fucking somebody up the ass. So he's constantly fucking with the guys that we work with, and then I just go around, and I'm Navy guy, he's an Army guy, and I'm like, see, they keep talking about the Navy, it's a fucking Army. That's where all those fucking crazy motherfuckers go to.
And the thing is, if we can't fucking laugh at ourselves, I don't care what sect you're in. I mean, damn. I've been at a bar with, I've got a couple friends that are gay. And once I start drinking, I'm not telling any of the jokes here tonight because it's an open chat deal. But I will tell them, one-on-one, I'll tell you want to hear some gay jokes? And you're like, what? Like, fuck, I'll tell you some gay jokes. They will fucking laugh their ass off because they're like, people actually say this shit? And I'm like, yeah, they just don't say it to your face. But they were having they were like, oh my God, that's a good one. I mean, it's just, if you can't fucking deal with it, it's a fucking joke. I mean, there's a difference between a joke and hatred,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. There's definitely a difference with laughing at yourself and others and your friends around. Well, fuck, we're a bunch of damn gun-toting guys. If the little bit of videos you've seen about Farmageddon with us, fucking with each other a little bit, that's just the shit that was on film.
It's real simple.
We're fucking with each other hard. I mean, if I wasn't insulting you, that meant I didn't fucking like you.
And I'll say this: it's real simple. You pretty much just said it right there, TR. Don't be a fucking pussy. If I ain't insulting you, I don't fucking like you. If I insult you, trust me, you're my buddy. I like you. You're my friend. Period. There's one guy at work that I work with, and I kid you not, if I don't call him a motherfucker once a day, he's in a bad fucking pissy mood. The minute I call him a motherfucker, he perks up. He's in a much better mood. He's happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, guy code, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. I mean, if I get up on you and I'm like, you can tell I'm pissed, that's one thing. But if I'm just like, motherfucker, what are you going to do? You just going to jack off over there all day? Or you going to get some fucking work done over here? What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, then he knows I'm fucking with him. I'm messing, because that's what I do with the guys that I'm kind of over. I say kind of. Anyway, I'm kind of a boss. Anyway, every time I walk up to him, I'm like, what are you fucking off doing over here? What the fuck are y'all doing? And they're like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they know I'm fucking with them.
Exactly.
I'm like, y'all been fucking off all day. What are you doing?
It's just like if I was to say, William Wallace, go fuck yourself, the Scotsman would probably be like, what the fuck?
No, I wouldn't be like, what the fuck? I'm just going to do this.
William Wallace, Braveheart.
Don't be insulting my freaking brotherhood, brother. Fuck you. But all out of love. All out of love.
If we're not sprinkling powder on people, you ain't having fun.
That's fairy dust.
Say, man, you gotta have fun. If you can't have fun, man, what's the fucking point of life?
I think that's a universal thing there. I mean, you can't, if you're not fucking with people at work. But there's some people at work that I don't even want to look them in the eyes, and I just kind of whatever with. They may not pick up on it because they're too fucking stupid. I don't like them. I don't like them. The guys I like, I constantly fuck with. I mean, like the technicians, the mold technicians, whatever the hell. I don't even know what their fucking official name is. Hey, I got this problem. I'm like, why do you keep fucking up my goddamn equipment? What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck did you break now? And they're like, fuck, Roger. I mean, blah, 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 blah. And they're playing along with it. I'm like, well, let's go see what the fuck you fucked up now.
What did we break now?
Yeah, what did you fucking break now?
You just defended Tool Monkey, by the way. He's in a good corner.
Tool Monkey, what the fuck are feelings, dude? Man, the fuck up.
No, trust me. I actually work with him. He's bullshit. He's on my shift.
Gotcha.
He's on your shift list.
He's in the tool room. He works on the molds. I work on the machines that the molds go into. So we work together.
And don't forget, we may see Tool Monkey on a future video removing a bullet from TR's arm.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to make fun of me on a goddamn chat? How do you like your arm now? Bam!
And just for anybody that don't know, that is Tool Monkey and Brian. That's his name, Brian. That is a big son of a bitch. Holy shit! He's fucking a. He's like 6'8". I don't know how. He's a fucking mountain of a man. You don't want to piss this guy off. And he's carrying a gun.
Well, if he wasn't carrying a gun, no one would respect the guy. You gotta have a gun.
Nah, he's a cool guy. We're very sarcastic at work. So if you ever see him make a sarcastic remark, you don't realize it's sarcastic, trust me, it's fucking sarcastic. Yeah. He's a pussy, sure.
Yeah, big fucking pussy. It's the same thing where I work, man. You gotta have fun, and I try to make the guys have fun. And I rip every single one of the guys a freaking new one every single day, just to make sure that we keep it cool, we keep it calm, and because you're dealing with the federal government every day selling guns and shit. You want to try and make it where people are comfortable and relaxed, because if they're not, they're gonna screw something up.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what your job is. I don't care if you're a cashier at a fucking grocery store or a mechanic at the shop, whatever it is. I mean, you gotta have some fucking you gotta have a break from reality, because it's just, I don't live to work. I work to live. So while I'm there, now I get the hiccups. Let's do a job. Let's try to joke around and have fun. I don't care if you're digging a fucking ditch or whatever it is. If you can't joke around about it, you're going to have a miserable fucking life.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. I mean, hell, when I first started with this company, dude, and they first made me a supervisor, first time, and this is what I did back home. From being back home, I could say whatever the fuck I wanted to say to someone and get away with it. So when I first came here, I didn't realize I couldn't do that. So at this point, I've been in the country about probably 3.5 years, maybe 4. And I get this job. They put me in a supervisory position. And this person keeps coming to me and asking me questions and then giving me the answer right after it. And finally, after like an hour and a half, I just turn around. I'm like, would you fucking stop coming to me and have some goddamn fucking common sense? And I said it in a kind of jokingly manner, but they didn't take it that way. And before you know it, my boss is calling me up and he's like, hey, where are you at? I'm like, I'm outside smoking a cigarette. He's like, don't move. I'm going to come talk to you. So he comes outside, he starts talking to me. Well, as he's talking to me, he is pissing himself laughing. And I'm like, am I being fucking told off, or is this a fucking joke? What is it? What's going on here? And he's like, dude, you can't fucking do that. I know where you come from. I know how you think. You can't fucking do that. Don't ever do that again.
So it was a I agree with exactly what stance you have, but for the betterment of everybody else, just don't.
Pretty much. If you're gonna say something like that, rephrase how you say it.
So now you look at the person and say, fuck off, you're fired. You don't know how to do it.
Pretty much.
All right, guys, we could go on for a while, I know, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop this off. It's been 2 hours. I try to keep it 2 hours, for whatever fucking reason. Anyway,
Well, we don't want to do 4 hours like
If
Rick and
you got
Rich.
something going on you want to talk about, that's fine. You can do it. I hate to catch you off guard, but I'm going to start with. I just try to keep these at 2 hours, that's just what I've always done. Anyway, Blue 823, you want to do an outro?
Yeah, hey guys, check out my Patreon account. I've got this great shirt. Blue, you're my boy. Wait, let me just tilt this down. There it is. There's Blue right there. I don't know if it's coming out or not. Actually, yeah, that's not my Patreon account. That's a fucking shirt I went out and bought. I thought it was fucking hilarious when I saw it and had to buy it. So, but support my channel and go out and find that shirt somewhere. You can find them at novelty shops anywhere. But no, great chat as always tonight. I love just being able to, sit in my fucking garage, kick it back, and kind of unwind before the fucking work week starts. So thanks everybody in the side chat. Thanks TR, everybody at the panel. We'll see you next week or maybe Tuesday.
Coda Boy 32, you got anything to say on the outro?
Yeah. Thanks, TR, for allowing me to join you guys this evening. It's always a fun. There's, great topics, good conversation, excellent people. Rick, it's good to see you back safe and sound from the California commie. And, Angry, it's always good to see you. And Blue, stay safe. That's it.
Thanks for coming on, man. I do appreciate it. I really do. Rick, Geezer 6 covered. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah. Thanks again, TR. All that good stuff. Thanks you guys for supporting him out in the external. Get over and check out C-Max Arms. Wish him and pray for him while he's going through his cancer and shoot cancer in the face. But thanks again. Great night. Had fun talking to all you guys, and definitely enjoyed it. Congrats again, Coda Boy, for your 15,000 subs. Maybe you can send 12,000 of them over to my channel. But other than that, it's been a pleasure talking with all you guys.
The Crazy Scotsman. Go ahead and do an outro. Anything you got coming up, go right ahead. Spill it out, dude.
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me on again, man. Fun as always. Great group of guys. Blue, Coda, Rick. Really appreciate it, man. Appreciate the guys in the external chat as well. Just keep an eye out. I got some stuff coming up here in the next couple of days. It's going to be pretty cool. It does relate to C-Max Arms. So please make sure you check it out because it does relate to him, and it will be coming out here in the next day or two. That's all I got.
Cool. That's fine, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. I actually appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate everybody for coming on. I thank y'all. I mean, it may not seem like much, but I do appreciate y'all coming on and being a guest. I don't send out a shitload of fucking invites. I try to keep the panel to a certain degree. I mean, I think 10 people is too much. I try to keep 5 or 6 people in here and try to send out enough people to. I've kind of learned the averages of what I send out, what I may get back as far as guests. And I know everybody's got their life. They got wives, they got kids, and they got all this stuff going on in their life. Sunday night's not that good a night. Tuesday night's not that good a night. I just want to say I do appreciate you guys for being on here. I can't do this alone. I have done it alone. But anyway, just want to say thank you. Thanks everybody for joining in on the external. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week, if not Tuesday night. Later.
Take care.